In ancient Korea, women spent hours tending to quiet pots that never stopped simmering. What they were making wasn't food, yet it was treated with the same care as medicine. Every movement, every ingredient mattered. The process looked ordinary, but it built something far more valuable. What they created became a secret that shaped generations of beauty in silence. Korean women didn't stumble upon porcelain skin by accident. They boiled their way to it. Literally. For centuries, families across Korea placed animal bones, fish skin, oxtails, and tendons into massive pots and let them simmer. Not for an hour, not for a day, but for 12 to 48 hours straight, sometimes longer. The goal wasn't just to make soup, it was to extract something far more valuable: bone essence. A thick, nutrient-packed liquid loaded with collagen, gelatin, amino acids, and minerals that could transform skin from the inside out. The process sounds simple. Toss bones in water and wait, but there's a reason this method produced results that modern skincare companies are still trying to replicate. The heat had to stay low. Too high, and the protein structure would collapse. The collagen would denature, lose its magic, and turn into something the body couldn't use. So the fire was kept gentle. A slow, patient simmer that allowed collagen fibers to gradually break down into smaller peptides. These tiny protein chains were light enough for the digestive system to absorb and send straight to the skin. What emerged after hours of bubbling wasn't just broth. The liquid turned milky white, thick with dissolved collagen. When it cooled, it didn't stay liquid. It solidified into a wobbly, gelatinous mass. The Koreans called it gomguk, or seo leongtang, depending on the region and recipe. This wasn't food for survival, it was food for beauty. The broth wasn't consumed once and forgotten. Families stored it, reheated it, drank it daily. The idea was continuous intake. Collagen wasn't treated like a supplement you take when you remember. It was woven into everyday eating: breakfast, lunch, dinner. The body received a steady stream of the exact building blocks it needed to maintain firm, elastic, glowing skin. No breaks, no gaps. But before any of this could happen, the preparation had to be perfect. You can't just throw bones into water and expect results. Before a single bubble formed, the bones and fish skins were soaked overnight in salt water mixed with rice wine. The soaking pulled out impurities, blood residue, fat deposits, things that would cloud the broth and weaken its potency. More importantly, the soak opened up the bone structure itself. Calcium matrices loosened. Collagen fibers became more accessible. When the boiling began, nutrients flowed out faster and more completely. Rice wine kicked off a mild fermentation process. Enzymes from the fermentation started breaking down collagen and fat even before heat touched the pot. The result? A cleaner broth with less odor and more bioavailable protein. Sea salt or vinegar joined the mix too. These acidic additions acted like chemical keys, unlocking minerals trapped deep inside the bone. Calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, all critical for skin structure and repair. Then there's the matter of tools. Korean cooks used clay pots, not metal. Clay held heat differently, steady, even. No sudden spikes that could denature proteins or scorch the broth. The entire process required constant attention. Fire temperature was adjusted throughout the day, a little more wood here, a slight pull back there. The goal was a gentle, rolling simmer that never stopped. Some families left the pot on the fire for several consecutive days. Water was added continuously to keep the level consistent. The bones stayed submerged, releasing every last molecule of collagen until they crumbled into soft, brittle fragments. By the end, there was almost nothing left to discard. Everything had been extracted. This patience set the foundation for something even more unusual. Some pots never went empty. Families maintained what you might call a perpetual broth, a pot that simmered for weeks, sometimes months. When the liquid level dropped, they didn't start over. They added fresh bones, herbs, fish skin. New ingredients joined the old ones, still breaking down, creating a layered complexity that single-batch broths couldn't match. Over time, collagen and minerals didn't just mix. They accumulated, concentrated. Each round of simmering pulled out glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These are the 3 amino acids your skin craves most for collagen production. The body can make some on its own, but not always in the amounts needed for that firm, plump look. External intake fills the gap. And when that intake comes from a broth that's been building collagen layers for weeks, bioavailability skyrockets. What started as thin soup eventually transformed into something closer to cream. Thick, pale, almost opaque. When cooled, it didn't just gel, it solidified into a block you could slice. That texture was visible proof of collagen density. The amino acid chains had bonded so tightly that they formed a semi-solid matrix. Storage became crucial. The gel was placed in ceramic jars, sealed, and kept cool. It could last for weeks without spoiling, thanks to the natural preservative effects of the salt and minerals. Every morning, a scoop was taken out, reheated, and consumed. The routine never broke. Consistency was everything, because collagen production in the body isn't instant. It builds gradually, responding to what you feed it day after day. Yet, drinking wasn't the only use. When the broth sat still long enough, something curious formed on top. A thin film, barely visible at first, but undeniable once you knew to look for it. When the broth cooled completely, a delicate collagen layer formed across the surface. Not a thick skin, not foam, just a translucent film that could be lifted off in one piece with careful fingers. Korean women discovered they could apply it directly to the face, smoothed over the skin like a second layer. This was the original face mask. Centuries before cosmetic companies existed, the collagen film acted as a moisture barrier. It is locked in hydration, prevents water loss through the skin's surface. At the same time, it delivered gelatin protein directly to the outer layer of skin, smoothing texture and creating a temporary firming effect. The result was immediate. The skin looked tighter, softer, almost polished. The practice was especially common in winter. Cold, dry air strips moisture from skin faster than you can replace it. The collagen film helped counteract that. Some women enhanced it further by mixing the film with rice water or ginseng extract. Rice water added vitamins and brightening compounds. Ginseng boosted circulation, helping nutrients penetrate deeper. What made this method brilliant was its simplicity. No complicated formulas, no chemical stabilizers. Just the natural byproduct of a process already happening in the kitchen. After the film was removed and used, the remaining broth was still perfectly good. It was reheated and consumed. Nothing wasted, everything used. However, the broth itself wasn't working alone. Certain ingredients were added to amplify its power. Collagen is only half the story. Activation is the other half. Near the end of the boiling process, Korean cooks added fermented rice water, makgeolli, a slightly sweet, milky liquid produced by fermenting rice. The fermentation created enzymes. These enzymes naturally hydrolyzed collagen, breaking it down into even smaller amino acid chains. Smaller meant easier absorption, faster delivery to the skin. Vinegar and rice wine played similar roles. Both are acidic. Acidity changes the pH of the broth, which forces minerals and collagen to release more completely from the bones. Calcium doesn't want to leave bone. It's chemically locked in. But when you lower the pH, the bond weakens. The calcium leaches out into the liquid, bringing collagen with it. Ginseng showed up in many broths too. Not for taste, for function. Ginseng improves circulation. Better circulation means nutrients move through the bloodstream faster and reach the skin more efficiently. The collagen you consume doesn't help if it gets stuck in your digestive system. Garlic provided sulfur. Sulfur is one of the building blocks of collagen synthesis. Without enough sulfur, your body struggles to form the crosslinks that give collagen its strength. Garlic delivered it in a form the body could actually use. Then there was seaweed, rich in iodine, magnesium, and a long list of trace minerals most people don't get enough of. These minerals don't just support collagen production. They support the entire structural framework of skin. Elasticity, firmness, resilience. All of it depends on having the right mineral balance. Each ingredient wasn't randomly chosen. Every addition had a purpose, a chemical reason, a biological outcome. The broth wasn't just food. It was a delivery system designed to give skin exactly what it needed to stay smooth, firm, and luminous for decades. And all of it started with bones, time, and fire.